The flourishing Indian textile industry was once so dominant that Indian fabrics were fashion statements in the 17th and 18th century Europe. But then came the British rule, and with it came a well calculated strategy to destroy India's economy. How the British Industrial Revolution affected India was similar to how AI is going to affect modern industries. Through these parallels, we can foresee where we are heading. Before the British rule, India had a flourishing textile industry that not only exported abroad but also was a fashion statement and status symbol. They have been dominating the international market even after India came under British rule. But this irked the British, who wanted to monopolize profit and thus began a mission to systematically destroy India's textile industry. Indian textile industry had always dominated international market, especially in the West. In ancient times, the Indo-Roman trade from the Deccan and Konkan was an important silk trade route. The togas worn by Romans were made from cotton fabric that came from Tamil Nadu. Later, the calico of Calicut in Kerala and muslin from Dhaka in Bengal were high in demand. In the 18th century, India controlled around 25% of world's GDP equivalent of the time as per the Madison Project. Before the colonization of India, the British and Europeans were losing their foreign reserve to India. It is believed that the Pope's vestments came from the silk textiles at Thane near Mumbai. The Pashmina shawl of Kashmir was the favorite of Josephine, Napoleon's wife and empress of the French. Pashmina, known as the cashmere, had become a status symbol in the French aristocracy and had a high demand in Europe. Similarly, from the 17th century, Chintz, the hand-painted cotton fabric from India, became a global luxury item, prized in Europe and Asia for its craftsmanship and beauty. It was so popular that Europe's domestic textile industry was threatened by it, leading to its ban. It was banned in the UK as per the Calico Act, and similar acts were brought in France and Netherlands. Despite the ban, it continued to be smuggled and used in some form. Even after India's colonization was completed, the British couldn't compete with Indian craftsmanship, and so they came up with an insidious plan. The Industrial Revolution was being fueled by India's takeover, and now they had invented power looms. Sir John Forbes Watson, former East India Company employee, a surgeon, and now director of India Museum in London, underwent a meticulous research on Indian textiles. He collected swatches of Indian textiles, recorded designs, materials, and techniques, and turned it into an 18-volume catalog. These volumes were then referred by the textile mills at Manchester and Lancashire to create cheap copies of India's precious handcrafts. Similar to how work of real artists is used for training artificial intelligence to create AI generated images. As a result, cheap machine made copies of Indian handcrafted textiles flooded the market, reducing the demand and prices of Indian made textiles. Ultimately, it devastated Indian textile industry, making them go out of work. From a giant exporter, India became an importer of textile products. Interestingly, Watson also notes in his catalog that some Indian craftsmanship were so good that it cannot be replicated on machine. Something similar can be applicable for artwork, knowledge, and skills that can survive the advent of AI. India would have taken a different route with textile industry if the British colonization had been avoided. My book, Expedition to an Alternate Swarajya, takes you to such an alternate reality. The novel is available online on various platforms. The British rule destroyed many of India's industries, making India poorer and poorer. That is why India's independence was necessary. It was not just for socio-political reasons, but also for economic reasons. Even today, giant corporates around the world are influencing politicians in power to become oligarchs, killing small and medium scale industries by taking over a major chunk of market. While this story tells how textile industry and Indian artisans were destroyed by the British rule, the next story will tell you how the British destroyed Indian agriculture in Deccan, leading to a class-based right. So subscribe and stay tuned to Prav now for stories and content on history, mythology and fiction. This is Pranav signing off. Tada.